Well, good morning, everybody. It is currently December 25th. That's right, Christmas morning out here in the Western Pacific and Southeastern Asia. That's where we're going to be concentrating our video update on today as the monsoonal trough continues to plague the region here. And a lot of you out here actually along the Malaysian Peninsula are seeing a wet Christmas, as Francis put out earlier this week. And also, you're continuing to see this continued pump in of moisture and energy pushing in from the east here. And you're looking actually at a possible development of the tropical cyclone as well in the Bay of Bengal, but at this time it looks like that is being sheared off. It's going to get quickly pushed off here towards the north. Actually, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center only rating this a medium chance for development, but also this entire monsoonal trough, as already stated, is really dropping a lot of moisture. And let's look at the trim rainfall map here. And this is for the past 7 days out here, and you're actually seeing the development of this monsoonal trough and this possible development of a weak cyclone here in the Bay of Bengal. Like I already said, don't look like that's going to develop, but if you look out here farther towards the east, just north of the Northern Territory, you see where all this rainfall fell from, or is currently falling from Cyclone Grant and also Cyclone Fina here just in south of the Solomon Islands in New Caledonia. That continues to push off towards the south here, so this is probably one of the rainiest places on Earth at this point in time. And also, let's look closer at the Malaysian Peninsula here and also Indonesia, including Singapore. You are seeing a lot of these areas above 300 to 400 millimeters of rainfall in the past 7 days. So an abundant amount of rain, and it looks like it's going to still continue to fall here. But there is one good saving grace, at least for the Malaysian Peninsula and southern Thailand, and that is as the developing low in the Bay of Bengal continues to push off towards the north. It looks like it's dragging moisture behind that, and it's going to actually free up a little bit of the rain here for Malaysia. And if we look at the current radar, actually most of the rain is still concentrated around Singapore, and also have some coastal showers. I do think some diurnal effects by this afternoon and the evening could increase the rainfall, specifically in the central part of the peninsula. KL is likely going to be seeing some thunderstorms this afternoon because of vorticity is still high in the area, but at least it's not going to be as bad as the last couple days. But that's not going to hold true though, so don't hold me to that. And actually, by the time we get out to New Year's, looks like that rainfall could kick back, because at this point in time we have the developing low here out in the Bay of Bengal, but also look at the northeast monsoon and look at all this moisture spilling in from the northeast towards the southwest across the Philippines and into the South China Sea. Well, with that, you're going to be seeing more moisture and more rainfall just occluded with this monsoonal trough here. And if we look at the GFS model outlook, you can see that that low does continue to track off towards the northwest. It frees up some of this precipitation here, but let's go off until Tuesday, and then in the Wednesday, more moisture starts to spill back in across the South China Sea, and likely by the 28th to 29th, and eventually into the New Year's, you're going to continue to see that monsoonal trough across southeastern Asia here, including Malaysia, Thailand, and also portions of Vietnam. And also, let's look over towards the Philippines at this point in time. We have another surge of energy actually moving across Mindanao, and Pagasa put out in their forecast this morning that they're likely going to be seeing moderate rain showers throughout the day today and some scattered thunderstorms as well. So really bad news for this area. Is still definitely recovering from Tropical Storm Washi or Sendong out here. Actually, the death toll now above 1,200 people. That is the official death toll out of the region. Actually, up towards of about 1,000 people still missing. So really a horrible situation out here. And this is just looking at the current IR imagery, and you see a lot of this energy coming across the island today, and that's going to be producing those rain showers. So you definitely could see some localized flooding yet again here, and especially with all the ground loose out there in that region now. A lot of it's already mud, especially in these low-lying valleys. There is that potential for mud flows out in this region, so definitely something to keep a close eye on. I know it's Christmas, everybody wants to let their guard down, but really please don't do so. We don't want to hear any more reports of any damage in the area. And speaking of Washi here, actually, this is looking from December 13th to the 19th, the total amount of rainfall. This is from the TRIM satellite again as well here. And I remember right before landfall, we were talking about how a lot of it was going to actually build up here along the eastern coast of the Philippines due to that orographic lifting combined with that moisture onflow. And really, that's where a lot of that rainfall fell. But look at this pocket out here along the western portion of the Surigao Strait here. And this area is where a lot of the flooding took place, because as the storm tracked across, that moisture came the Sulu Sea. And actually, if we look at the imagery just about this time here, you can see that the storm intensified rapidly and even formed a little eye on it before it moved out into the Sulu Sea. So really, that caused a lot of this moisture to build up in this area, and thus we had that widespread flooding and destruction across the entire portions of northern Mindanao here. And as we zoom away from the Philippine zone, look at across the rest of the Western Pacific, we do have still snow up here across much of Japan here, and that's what you see with this continuous banding pushing across. And actually, my location in Yokohama here, I can actually see the snow a little bit farther off towards the west, away from my area here. And actually, here's a photo of that, just some cloud cover just over the hills here. So really are seeing this heavy snowfall continuing to linger up and down the region. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at Western Pacific Weather. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them in the comment box below. And as always, please stay safe out there. And lastly, if you are looking for more information on the Developing Cyclone grant just off the Northern Territory in Australia, you can either go to my previous update or also check out 28 Cyclones or SolarWatcher on YouTube. Both of them have some really good updates on that as well. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great Christmas. Bye.